So right, so that's done. Now the next thing to do again is to take out the tacking. And well, you've made your bag inside out. This is, you can see, this is the inside of the bag because the seams are showing. So what we do is take out the tacking and then we pull our bag right side out. So just do this. And what we've got to do is make good corners. And on another sample, so I'll put that to one side, here's another sample. There's one good corner on it and the other corner's not good yet. And all we do is, you can use a spike, you can use the point of a needle, you can use your fingertips to push the corners out from the inside. But usually another needle is quite useful. And you can work at the corner as best you can. Because the corners are where the eyelets are going to go. So you want the corners to lie as flat as possible. Okay, now the next thing to do is to do the eyelets, and I'm not going to actually do that in this film. I'm just going to say you get a pack of eyelets in which you find the tools that you need, like that. The parts of the eyelets, you need a sort of hat-shaped piece and a washer-shaped piece for each eyelet. And you need a hammer and some sharp scissors and a block of wood, or a block of wood is a good idea as well, because you do have to do quite a bit of hammering to insert eyelets. So again, we will look at another sample where the eyelets have been done. Here the eyelets have been done in the corners. And one piece of cord has been done. And the way you do your cord is, what you need for this size bag is some cord. You need 2 bits of cord that are each 2 meters long, about 2 meters long. And what you do is you put a safety pin on the end of the cord and you feed this safety pin through the channel on your bag. So you push the safety pin through one of the slots and you push and pull. It's a push and pull action, like that. So when you're pushing, you can feel the safety pin going through the channel. When you pull, you don't want to be holding the cord at all, because otherwise you wouldn't actually make any progress. So when you come out of this channel, just make sure that your safety pin doesn't get caught in the seam allowance. So pull out of the hole. And do you see, now we've sort of got a 2 meter length piece of cord running through the front of this bag. And what we do is we just then keep going into the back. And again, push and pull to get the cord to come through the hole back where you started. And again, don't let the safety pin get caught in the seam allowance. So that does that like that. So let's move along now to the bag that's got the eyelets in it and the cord, just like I've shown you, because this is going to be our finished sample. So we're nearly there, we're nearly made our bag. Once you have put your first piece of cord into your bag, you then do exactly the same thing again, but in the opposite side. So where you've just got a little loop like that, that's where you start with your second piece of cord. It's a little bit harder because you're pushing and pulling now with the safety pin and the cord through a channel at the top of your bag that's already got cord in it. So to make this as easy as possible, just make sure that when you do your measurements way earlier on, when you're about to sew your seams, make sure again that the gap between those two dots is 6 centimeters, because if you make it anything less than that, then this job here is going to be really difficult, because this channel might be too tight. Also, if the channel's too tight, then it's going to be difficult to open and close your bag, which would be a shame too. But you see, now that comes out there. Take the safety pin off the end of your cord. Get your edges to be even. And push the two ends through the eyelets from the front to the back. And make a knot. Like that. You might want to make pom-poms or tassels, customize your bag. There's all sorts of things you might like to do. But this is just the basics we're showing you here. And then the test of whether your drawstring bag works is when you pull these cords, and hopefully your bag will close. Bingo. One drawstring rucksack.